and reminded me of my mother to try to fix it one last time. And I made it mean something if I couldn't fix them. I was not supposed to be successful. Hey there, Casey Ship here, fitness model, hormone expert, and a master energy healer. I help goal-oriented women clear out the reason why nothing has worked and finally step into their purpose and do everything they've ever wanted. So what's up, y'all? Casey here. Anybody in my weight loss community, former competitors, can tell you that I kind of tried stuff just because I wanted to know. Like, I remember when phentermine was going around, I was like, let me just try phentermine to see what it's like, just because I wanted to see if I should recommend it, or what it is. I like to have an opinion on stuff. And so I like to, if I'm going to recommend something, I kind of like just trying it, right? And I love holistic medicine. I love different types of healing. Just like when we talk about trauma therapy, a lot of people didn't know about like EMDR and cranial sacral, just little things like that sometimes can make a big difference. But so now I'm exploring that psychedelic therapy, and it is really cool. We're doing a ceremonial type event here this month, those in my mastermind. So I'm not going to advertise it to anyone else. It's just in my mastermind. But for me personally, it's not that it changed my life at all. I had already made the changes, right? It was just a tool, right? And I've watched it with a lot of people that wasn't doing what I was doing, and they were really struggling with addiction, depression, and stuff like that, and unable to really feel their emotions. And I've watched that medicine just perform miracles on them. So, you can't write that off. And there's so many things, good things that it does for your brain. For those of you with PTSD, like I had severe PTSD, it's just phenomenal. I mean, and if you don't want to go down the route like my mom's pillhead, right? Very dependent on substance. And, I went down that road a long time ago, taking Xanax and Ativan and all that, because I was very anxious. So once not that the medicine helps you do that, but, the mindfulness and emotional intelligence that we teach in Hot Moms is like, it is like a plant medicine. It is like the other plant medicines. It's the integration part is so important. And if I seem slow tonight, I am sleepy, and I took some night stuff. I just really felt like I wanted to come on here and talk. So I just kind of followed that, and I have processed a lot. But anyway, so I sat with the med, and 2 weeks before the med, sitting with the psychedelic therapy, I did cranial sacral, and we brought up something like I was going through this thing, and I was like, I'm ready for the next layer. There's something that I'm wanting to, it was a physical ailment, I think, my back, and it was just my heart and my boobs. Like, I wanted to get my boobs done. So I knew there was something in place with my heart energy, because that's where it is. It's right around the heart energy, the thoracics and the breast. So we figured out it was like me at 2 years old. And it was, now that I know what it is, it's kind of like my mom was undiagnosed. I don't know if she would have been she is diagnosed now with like bipolar or ADD. I don't know if she got diagnosed with schizo, but yeah, I don't know if she would have been manic. I don't know if she had been like a borderline personality disorder, definitely narcissistic, which like we all are. Ultimately, everybody is, unless you've done work. So narcissism is like a spectrum, like autism almost. And, far left, you get your echoist type of energies, where it's like the martyr syndrome. Think of the woman like I was years ago, where you're very resentful of nobody helping you out. You say yes to everything. Deep down, you resent a lot of people. That's very narcissistic. It's just a different one because you're sweet and you're not seen as the one that's like raising hell and being like verbally abusive, but you do it in manipulation. So one's not better than the other. They're both narcissistic. Whereas the other, level of narcissism is like, you think of the really dangerous kind. It's usually empaths attract this type, where they are very verbally, emotionally abusive. They gaslight you and all that. So the reason you attract them is you are that. So I am, and I still laugh about it and say, hey, I'm a narcissist. So we all are. And until you do the work, you're an unhealthy narcissist. So the goal is to become have a healthy level of self-esteem, so that you have boundaries and you have really good boundaries for yourself, and you can take care of yourself, and you do feel important. You feel important. You feel valuable because you help other people. And you also, at that point, take an effect when things aren't going right. You take responsibility for it. So it's like, it's interesting, the things right now being put out by narcissists, and you want to point your finger, but that's really the victim. That's really the echoist. That's also a narcissist, right? So I highly recommend just educating yourself and doing the work so that you can get out of that. It pays off. I mean, it's really helped me a lot. And I was really fucking toxic. I mean, I was like really ignorant. Still am. I mean, I'm going to look back at this shit and go, wow, you're fucking really ignorant, right? So it's always learning. And I'll be the first to say, I don't know if I can know everything. I'll be the first to say I fuck up. And y'all know I'll be telling you how I feel all the time. I just try to look at it with curiosity and pull in some wisdom to just see if there's a learning opportunity for growth. How can I get better? How can whatever, right? So that's kind of the attitude I have. But anyway, we were going to process something when I was 2. And it was, I told you about my mom, how she was. My dad, I was terrified of. Like, my dad was that authoritarian, very loud, very angry. I've seen him beat the fuck out of my mom. I've seen him do, he was just very, very scary, very volatile, very like, it was just scary. I mean, I was fucking scared. So I found out at a very early age, and around this time, I don't know what happened. It doesn't matter. It was just an incident where I was very disassociated, where I realized, I guess, because, if your mom, and this is why I teach in Hot Moms, like, if you have severe anxiety and you're kind of a loose cannon, unorganized, running around chaotic, you're not happy with yourself, you're stressed out, you feel resentful, you don't like your body, energy's low. Like, I hate to say this, but it's because you've emotionally neglected yourself. Therefore, you emotionally neglect your children. And that's where abuse comes in, because you're not able to give your kids what they need. This is not to guilt or shame anyone. We all do it. But when you have a choice and you decide, like, I don't want to do that anymore, I don't want to hurt my kids, I don't want to hurt myself, I'm tired of living this way, that's the good shit, right? So I'm just here to spread awareness. And for those of you that feel called to be a better person for your kids, for yourself, for your community, for your everything, because that's why we're here, like, I got you, right? And so growing up like that as a child, you have emotional needs. You're a kid. And I just found out early on that you can't make your mom happy. If she's all fucked up and she's in her shit, flying off the handle one moment and, buzz the next, and this next moment she's this way, you literally don't know what the fuck to do. You're just like, you don't know what to do. You just want to know that you want to be a good girl. So everything runs smoothly. Don't flinch, don't cry, don't need anything. Just be a good little girl. Try to make mommy happy, right? Like, and eventually you get tired of that. And that's where like the teenager shit comes in, where you're kind of like, yeah, fuck you, mom. And that's when a lot of moms have a problem with that, when really it's like your child is just mirroring exactly what you are and there to teach you a lesson. But yeah. And then after that, you kind of go into your 20s and realize that, hey, I'm not fucking special. And wow. So maybe like you kind of have to take responsibility, and that kind of like depresses the fuck out of you and stresses you out at the same time, because you're still like trying to be like a kid still, but you're not. It's just fucking weird. But anyway, before I go off on that thing, I had gotten triggered around that time, and we were doing soul retrieval. I do this with Hot Moms, where we're literally, you could call it making amends, going and getting them, bringing them back to midline, retrieval, whatever. And this particular day, I was like, hey man, I don't know if I'm going to tap in here. I just don't know. Like, I could tell that I was blocked. I wasn't allowing myself to feel it. It felt very unsafe. And I was like, damn. And I just put it out there. I was like, help me. I'm willing to see things differently, higher self stuff. And I knew that I was going to process it, but I didn't know when. So here came the plant medicine. And it showed me, buddy boy, did it. It took me back to the place, got me out. Like, I could tell you the craziest shit ever of my journey. But yeah, I mean, literally, like, where I went in, and the reason the kid didn't want to come out was she was afraid that the monsters were still out there. Like, because I was so scared of my dad and all these people that were mean, all these people that were just like not giving me whatever, which, by the way, like, at the end of the day, most of our parents at one point or another, like, did this shit. It's just, you could call it sensitive, highly sensitive, whatever. It just sticks out, and we got to clear the shit if stuff's not going right in our adult life. So because we didn't get what we needed. So you have to learn how to give yourself what you never got. and not hold on to, I'm never going to get it. You got to process the grief. But when you get past all that, you literally step into like so much power, and you become this like parent that you really wish had your back in the day, but you're kind of glad that you didn't, because you wouldn't be here and you wouldn't know this contrast, because you'd be like mediocre then. Nothing's really forcing you, pushing you to do whatever, unless you're taught to be excellent. That's just different, but whatever. So I don't know what my kids are saying. He's like saying something about you fucking something. It's hilarious. He's playing a game. That's what he's doing. He's playing Fortnite. Great mom. Great mom. So I had to go back and get my younger self. She was terrified because she was there and then abruptly like gotten out of the thing. And then right when we were taking her to this new place, I remember holding myself. I've got pictures you can't see them, but pictures of myself in the journey. And it was a really scary one. I remember the shaman having to like kind of ground me a little bit. I just remember breathing through it and doing Reiki symbols on myself. And then taking my younger self to a quote, new earth. They told me this is a new earth, because I remember saying, I'm scared. I talked to a girl today, same thing. She's enrolling into Hot Moms, and she comes from the exact similar thing, like adrenal fatigue. She knows she's got some more stuff to clear with about her dad, and she's all alone. She's a single mom, and that story's playing out all alone, right? Nobody's here to help me. It's all on me. That's a heavy burden to carry your whole life. Okay. You're not meant to do this alone. That's what's crazy, is you're not meant to ever do this alone. And so I told her, and like she said it, I'm just scared. And I said, it's okay. This is very normal. It's how I felt. You're so scared because you're in this new place, and you're like, what's it going to be like? Fuck, if I'm going from that, you're just, thinking whatever. And I just heard the word new earth, and I saw a couple people that are in my current world that, have my back energetically. They clean their side of the street. They're just my people, It's like the Hot Moms community for Hot Moms people. Like, it's just your people, sacred people, heart people. We know that everything we want is through here, and it comes out of here. And the second we stop looking for other people to fix us, using the tools that lead you back to yourself, you're going to win every time. It's beautiful, right? So went through all that, and that shook me up. It shook me up. And I remember coming out of it and thinking, how am I okay or whatever? And I said, give me a minute, like that. My goes, she heard me. She knows I'm like in my shit. And I heard her say, take your time. And I have been writing that down as how to trust. Because if we really trusted, we would take our time. And I asked, I need to go live to do that one. Yeah, take your time. I'm going to have to go back to that one, because I would love to go live into my free group and talk about that, because I just made a post asking people, what would you do if you had enough time? And the things that you would say is what you need to be doing to get what you want. Seriously. If you had enough time, you would take longer to have a food break. If you had more time, if you allowed yourself, if you felt like you had more time, you wouldn't rush through things. You wouldn't get overloaded. It's interesting, but I'll skip that. Then shit got shaken up. Literally, I get on a call with my software/sales. I don't even know what we call him, John. And he was like, what the fuck's going on in your company? And I was like, yeah, we're down a little bit. Like we were down like 17%. And that's not normal for me. Normally we always trend, we go up, right? And it was brought to his attention. He was looking, he goes, hold on, your closers, like their percentages are shit. And I had noticed before, I was like, all right, I was trying to like coach them on burnout and coach them on things, and they just weren't hearing it. Months ago, I was like, you need to really deal with this. You need to look into this. And it was just sliding right off the table. And so now it was coming to a head. Like, all right, so either I've got to get a whole entire new strategy coach team, sales team, because we run a lot of promotions. We have to have people on the phones helping people get enrolled and answering questions. Like, we got to have help. And I was like, well, that it was like a lot of arguing, not wanting to hear it and stuff. And so it was very stressful because I love these fucking girls. And then the assistant that I had that was helping with books, she out of nowhere says she gets overloaded because she had a very big problem with speaking up. We've worked on that over and over. And our plan months ago was, hey, we're going to merge you into this position. And then we'll slowly in the next few days, 60, 90 days, whatever, get replacement, blah, blah, blah. But I understand exactly why she did what she did. So all of this was happening. And I go, so this is my fault. What did I do? What is in me to make it feel this way? Because if I didn't feel this fucked up, you're really just looking at like, okay, here's a problem. And here's the solution clearly, but I had too much, I was too charged up, very anxious, couldn't sleep that night because I'm like, all right, so now I got to turn this ship around. Here I am again, kind of thing. And I was like, why is it feeling this way? Like I've been here many times, but why is it feeling this way? Then everything hit me. So it was like that 2-year-old shit. It's like, let me tell you something. The second you make up your mind to rescue yourself, and that may look like starting a diet, deciding you're going to stop smoking, deciding you're going to stop fucking around, deciding you're going to go to therapy, deciding you're going to sign up with Casey Ship to get your life together. The second you decide to rescue yourself, you're going to get tested. Like you're just going to get tested by the universe, by you, because the belief is it has to be hard. The belief is it's not good enough. The belief is, see, nothing works out for me, whatever your belief is. Right. So that's this thing. And John said it best. When you put order in, you're going to get disorder. Can't have one without the other. Literally, you have to be able to hold the floor to get the flip side. It just is, unless you want a fucking mediocre ass life. So I stepped back and it fucked me up, dog, because the shit that it triggered, I was like, thank you for showing me this. I had no idea that was there. And I even got Sarah, my shaman. I mean, she was helping me. And because when I don't get sleep, I mean, I told her, I was like, listen, I'm vulnerable. Here's what's going on. And I knew I needed sleep. So it was about 3 days that I did not sleep well. Still going through it, clearing as much as I could through the day because, all this shit's coming up. And so I'm really using the exercises and hot moms to clear and really process so I could think clearly. So I realized that some of the things that were happening was my mom. Was like, I had to find something that was broken and reminded me of my mother to try to fix it one last time. And I made it mean something if I couldn't fix them and all this shit. And, just fucking mother wounds, man, not speaking up, going too fucking fast, going too fast. It's not about the money. It's not, I didn't say money. I said going too fast. So once again, and y'all know this, like a month ago, I chose peace. And it's like, since I decided peace, life has really gone, are you sure? Because here's where you could choose. Here's where you could choose. Here's where you could choose. Let's see if you fucking choose it, bitch. They're testing me. I'm testing myself. We're getting tested here and we're passing. Okay. What used to take me, I shit you not, a year to have to learn the lesson where I would get somebody in, try to help them, and then fuck, is now taking 60 to 90 days. So I consider that a win. Just like, if you're in weight, it used to take you 2 years to figure it out. Now it takes you 6 months. Now it takes you 3 months. Now, right? So you have to practice gratitude, though, to know that you're making progress. So I realized, I was so grateful, so fucking grateful. And then I saw my reps, my closers, my coaches, my sales team, all that. I saw them as me. I was like, you are me in 2014. And I had so much compassion, and we found a great solution. I found a great solution for it. It actually is going to help me out in the long run. I decided that, still deciding that, and I invite you to decide some of these things with me. Why not? Deciding that I never felt or received the kind of mother's love that we deserved and needed. Okay. So we can just grieve that. I've got something for that if you need help. But we need to go ahead and grieve that. And, if you really want to grow fast and quickly, you have to grieve everybody. You got to let go of your children, your husband, everything you've thought. And the Bible literally teaches this, but I take it a step further. Hi, I'm Casey. I'm a rebel. Process their death. Let your ego feel them not being here. And you didn't get what you needed, or it ended too soon, or whatever. So you can get all that shit out. And then you'll realize you may have some other stuff come up, whatever, but it just really helped me, like, hey, this is how it's going to be. This is how it's going to be. Everything's going to be okay. Giving myself what I needed it to. That's pretty much all around to say that. Giving myself what I needed it to. And boy, oh boy, what an awakening. Holy shit. And I'd been asking, I asked her this and I teach this. I'm like, all right, ready for the next level. Here we go. Always be ready. You got to have coaches. I couldn't do this if I didn't have people helping me. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have somebody in your fucking corner, man. You got to have somebody that's got your best interests at heart for the goal you're trying to achieve. And they're clear in their shit. You need somebody like that. You got to have somebody like that. It's going to be really hard if you don't. But just like me, you've got to learn your lesson. So if you're going to be hard-headed like me and not take heed and do the work, then life's going to show you right in your face. And you'll be victim of circumstance and a shit show of a day and a week and a month and a year. And next thing you know, shit's at the fan and you're looking for solutions and still not getting it. So I went to look up some things, and that's what I wanted to share with you. And this was interesting. This comes down to, I told you about my 2-year-old self, right? Let me see if it's this one. Told you about my 2-year-old self. And I was looking up, motherfucker. You got to be shitting me. I just lost the whole fucking thing. I just lost the whole fucking thing. Okay. So anyway, it was saying how they did studies and they showed, like, if you didn't, if you grew up kind of like I did, like you did, and you could say, yes, we're victims right now and acting all woo, whatever. We get in our feels. This is why women are chaotic, and we're also extremely powerful in good and bad ways. We're chaotic in good and bad ways. We are always just fessing up to your daughters right now and our sons. We can't give you all that you need and deserve, right? But you're enough, and you can get it from anywhere and everywhere else. I have this much to give, and that's good enough. You're good enough. And teaching them how to get what they need, period. Just to get what they need, period. That's our job. But anyway, our job's also to fucking do the work ourselves. And that's what brings me here. I was looking at something like, something about a mother's love or something. And it brought me to a study of happy, successful children and what their mothers acted like or what their life was like. And number one on that list for happier children, like science-based happier children, had a household with a happy mom. Happy mom, happy life is literally a study. And that hit me hard because women are some of the most miserable human beings on this planet. Seriously, we're dangerous creatures because we feel. We have intuition, and we're very sensitive, and our brains are different. Like, we're very powerful in good and bad ways. You always have to choose, right? But women, if you look at it, struggle with body image, anxiety. They do so much. They do so much, carry so much responsibility. They don't know how to ask for help. They have men issues. They've got, my relationship by design. Of course, we go over that. Like, sometimes it can be really fucking hard. And so studies show if your ass is like that, you're fucking up your household. So I teach men this too. But women, we have to lead. We have to fucking lead. We are the boss, Okay. You have to lead. And in that, about being a happy mom is kind of sometimes saying, fuck it. What would fuck it look like to you right now? Not eating fucking Twinkies on the couch. At your core, you don't want that. That's you when you're sad and in your fucking feeling sorry for yourself shit and wanting to like act like everything's fine shit. You're bigger than that. But it's being like, fuck it, I'm going to do this. Here's what, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to say this, or I'm going to do that. I don't give a fuck who says I'm not supposed to work, who's this, I'm going to go work out. It's not selfish. It's not guilty. It's, choosing yourself, asking for help, delegating, getting wealthy. Okay. This is not something that's just the man needs to go out and do. Learn how to be of service to people other than just your children. That's good. That's a great thing. Okay. It's a great thing. Take care of yourself, take care of your kids, help other people. Okay. And if you're helping other people, you should be compensated for that, because I know I want to pay you. I don't want to receive something that's just not okay with me. I believe you're worthy of money, and you need to feel worthy of money. Clear your money shit. Clear all of your fucking blocks, literally. Weight loss blocks, success blocks, business blocks, money blocks, relationships block. I mean, everything. Go into everything that fucking scares you and go into that. And you'll find some shit. Good stuff. Go book the thing. Go do that. Get happy. Guess how you get happy? You challenge yourself. And you challenge yourself. Oh, I'm afraid I'm going to fail. You ready to get out of that fucking wound? You challenge yourself and you figure it out. And get out of the trauma response that you'll do it yourself and figure it out yourself. Get with some girls that's got your back, that wants to help you, that wants to raise you up, that wants to fix your fucking crown, wants to remind you who the fuck you are, because she knows she's stronger if she's got a motherfucker like you around, because being jealous and insecure and low self-esteem, that is a weak disease. I've had it. I should know. So get around some of those women. Get away from your old, just same old fucking PTA miserable, acting like everything's good. Everything's not good. They ain't going nowhere. They're staying the same, running around busy. They're not really doing anything. Come on. Get with some ballers. Get with some of those girls. Okay? Huh? You know what I'm saying? They will welcome you. They will welcome you. And remind you who you are. So you get happy. Challenge yourself. Get with those girls. See if they can help you. Get what you want. You'll be happy, right? Happier you are, more money you're going to have, better sex you're going to have, better you're going to look, better mother you're going to be. Science proves it. And that's all I wanted to come on here today. Science proves that being a happy mom, challenging yourself constantly, getting yourself out of your comfort zone, that's going to make you happy. And a happy mom makes a happy life, happy kids, everything. Yeah, but my husband, I'm not even talking to you. I don't talk to those kind of women. It doesn't matter what the story is. It doesn't matter what you think the problem is. You have to be willing to go, well, it's in my reality. It's in my world, and I am my world, so I can change it, because you can. You're the only one that can change it. So, and I remember that day I cried when I realized I couldn't change people. I did. I was like, what? When I found out about being like codependent, and like, it was not, I cried. I was like, I thought I could change people. I really did. So there's that. I'll leave you with that. Let that sit. So Casey, what do I do next? Well, it depends on what you want. Depends on what you want. If you want a better life, if you want it all, if you want to address your body and start taking care of yourself and rescue yourself, so you can get everything you want. Like, it's now o'clock, y'all. We are pushing 40. Those of you that are 20, your ass better jump on. I mean, we need your ass. Our ass is about to be old. We need you in the know. So daughters, let's go. Young girls, it's time. If you are under 30, it's fucking time. You got to learn this now. We've got to pass the baton. We need you to take care of us when we're fucking older. And we need, like, I'm going to be old. Maybe I'll have me a nurse or something. And I got to get my titties done again. And I need like an old lady titty person. I'm going to need you. I'm going to need you. I don't even know why I said that. But you get what I'm saying. So you got to find out what you want and why you want it, what you've tried to do so far to get it. And you could be like, well, yeah, not getting a mentor is kind of ignorant. Because if you want to shortcut things, like seriously, if you want to get there faster with less road bumps, don't you think you should probably go to somebody that has what you want and just hire them to mentor you? Because they'll probably have a really good path. Like they'll be the grounding that you need. They'll be calm. It's going to work. That's very smart. And some girl said she had shame about not knowing the answer. And I said, I hear you, but she was a weight loss coach and thought she should know what I know, I guess. And I said, well, that's valid, but that's like me saying, well, I'm a business owner. So if I go hire this other business owner, doesn't matter how successful they are, and because they're probably more successful than me, and they run a business and we could collaborate and I could probably learn some new things from them and they could learn some new things from me. That's stupid though. I should be able to know exactly what they know because I'm a business owner too. That's ignorant to think, right? So mentorship is a thing. I mean, it will just shorten everything. And you know what it will do? It'll help you get to your goals because without it, you'll give up. You'll quit. Most people quit. They feel unmotivated and they stop instead of going to somebody and go, hey, why am I unmotivated? Why is this happening? Somebody tell me. Oh, it's my hormones and some things that I've never even known about that are making me feel this way. And I've always thought, oh my God. Okay. So you're saying if I just did that, I wouldn't feel this way again? Sign me up. That's literally what you do. What do you want? Or what problem are you having? Go to somebody that can fix it and you're good. But listen, I've got a lot of shit you could look up right now. For those of you, I would just say start watching my YouTube channel, listening to the podcast, see what you can get. If you have time. If you don't have a lot of time, then book a call. That's going to be the quickest way. I told this girl today, I said, I'm so glad you called because, you really needed some of this stuff. I said, don't know if you need all of it, but I'm so glad you called because we gave her just options. We've got like over 50 programs. It's impossible to just sit back and think you're going to like find a button one day and buy the right program from us. It's just better off if you just save time and ask for help. Be like, hey, before I go looking and searching and wasting a year from free shit, what do I even fucking need? Like, what should be on my radar? What problems do I really have? Let me tell you what I'm feeling and what's been going on and what I don't like and what I do like. And you tell me what you think, and you can do with it as you wish, but that's what I would do. So I'm going to leave a link for you. If you're listening to this, go to caseyship.com/book a call. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. It is a vibe, honey. Let me know. I would love to know that you are listening, following. Hit me up on Insta. That's kind of like where I see shit. My team shows me. I look at Insta a lot. Tag me, and I will see you soon. This is it. I've got a free training, caseyship.com/register. Be sure to grab that and then join my free Facebook group and just reach out. Struggle is not required, so hit me up, caseyship.com/register. Talk to you soon.